Cristian, your thoughts after this 1-0 loss to Portland?
Yeah, tough one to swallow. Felt that we defended fairly well for a long time. It's a good team, and then they hit you on a mistake, and unfortunately, for my sake, I think I needed to do a little bit better there. But I'll take the blame, and you live and you learn. You take this little punch and remember it and take it for the next game.
Thoughts at the start of the second half seemed like you had some momentum for 10-15 minutes to start the second half. Either what was said at halftime or maybe adjustments made?
Oh, I think just we figured it out. Portland adjusted after about 10-15 minutes, but down the left side we were flying. With that chance that Nuhu had, and then we were keeping possession. First half we didn't seem to have any type of rhythm to the game, and it would have been nice to capitalize on one or two, when we had that momentum.
What does this do to the Toronto win? You talked about how it doesn't mean much if you don't get a point down here, but 3 games in 9 days this past week. Talk about this past week.
Yeah, 1-1-1. Something that we don't pride ourselves on. We wish we were 3-0, but it's the reality of this sport, the reality of this league. You feel like you deserve a point or you deserve a win, and all of a sudden it can change in one moment. And unfortunately, that was what happened today. But like I said, you live and you learn from these moments. You gather experience and don't let it happen again, type of thing.
Even though it's a loss, you captained the club in the 100th match between Portland and Seattle. Mean anything after the match?
Yeah, obviously with guys out, Schmetzer had the confidence to put me as captain, but for me, it's the same old mentality going into the game. You don't change things up. But yes, obviously it's a very glorifying moment. But I'd rather have a win.
First heat wave kind of the year. What did it feel like? How did it take a toll on the bodies?
Well, the game was very slow. Even for Portland, they're a transition team, and they at times didn't seem to have the energy to do so. They just wanted to keep possession, and we understood that. We understood that it was going to be that type of game. But yes, it's difficult, especially with turf. It adds about 10 degrees, and your feet are extremely, hot, and it's miserable on it. But you can't change too much about it. We understand TV schedules and all that. But definitely, I think there would be better soccer if it was in the PM.
Cristian, going back to the kind of stepping back, looking at 3 games, is there any common theme in all 3 of them that you guys need to improve on, or are they just like 3 different chapters in a book?
Well, I thought Columbus and this game specifically, just because we didn't score a goal, that's key. In Toronto, I thought we broke on the counter fairly well, and this game we didn't, or Columbus didn't seem to really catch a rhythm in that sense. We weren't creative today. That might be tired legs. That might be, playing 2 games in 6 days or so. It's a combination of everything. But you can't, we can't excuse ourselves from the quality today. We defended for too long, and we didn't have the energy to be creative up top.
Excuse me for interrupting you. So my question was, does the five players, 5 back line, is there a transition period for the midfielders and the offense to kind of gel tactically from that? Not effort-wise, but tactically.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because when you play 5 in the back or 3 in the back, whatever you want to call it, it's difficult to support the forward up top. We demand a lot from the lone striker, and at times that was Will, at times that was Clint. But it's a demanding formation in terms of the output, but tactically, yes, we needed to support Clint a little bit more and grab a little bit more possession. But that comes with playing it a little bit more. We haven't practiced it too much, but now 2 games. We could have had 2 good results with it, and now we look at ourselves saying, well, what is this formation about? What are we going to do? So, you live and you learn.
Do you think it's good to have a break like you guys do right now to get healthier, or would you rather get on the field quickly coming off a result like this?
Honestly, I wish we had a game in Toronto this weekend and Portland next weekend. The reality is the MLS with the scheduling and it's tough on the body. Just to be honest, it's extremely tough on the body. Traveling all the way to Toronto and then coming back, going to Portland. There's no hiding it. But at the same time, we have a lot of young guys, that put a lot of effort in, guys that are very fit to play both games. So, in that sense, no excuses. But it's tough.